that our car broke down is not going to get him back to a surprise party.
Why not?
Because he'll probably go outside and fix it. Look, if you tell him that Marina fell down the stairs or something like that, that would get him back.
That is sick, Alan Michael. You know, I think you want to torture that poor guy.
No, complimenting him indirectly. Look, you come up with a better idea then.
Okay, why don't we pretend that we got in a fight? I'll slap you, and then I'll start crying, and he'll definitely pile me in the car and take me home.
Yeah, not before he beats me to a pulp first. No, thank you. Oh, look, there he is.
Where?
Right up here. It's this picture with Julie. Wonder when this was taken.
Wait a minute. He's wearing the same thing he was wearing tonight. What is he doing with Julie?
So, Frankie, darling, do you forgive me, honey, for making you think everybody forgot your birthday and being so good about the surprise that you almost missed your own celebration, huh?
That's okay. You know why? Because I ended up having 2 celebrations. Julie took me out for bowling at Panorama, and guess what your daddy did, Dad? Your daddy bowled a perfect game. Oh,
I
can't believe that. Can you believe that?
Thank you so much.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have suggested it, but I didn't know about the party, so...
Oh, sorry, Julie. I didn't fill you in.
Well, it all worked out in the end anyway, except Lucy is still out there running around looking for you.
Are you kidding me?
No, maybe she'll come back soon, or at least call. Anyway, you've got a lot more presents to... Oh.
So you want the soda? Ah, thank you.
Buzz, I think somebody's waiting for you.
Yes, it's a hat, huh?
Who did Daddy forget about that?
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Look at your dad.
Why are you still here? Do you really want to wreck everything? This is the first birthday I've been able to spend with Frank since he was...
I told you why I'm here. I need the keys to the Excalibur. I do not want to barge in on your precious family event, and I will be glad to disappear innocently and quickly if you give me the keys to the Excalibur.
Why are you dressed like that? What were you doing with the van tonight?
I'm just afraid you're going to think I'm using you. To get you to be my ally, help me with all this thing with my grandson, to help me forget what happened with Jenna as a convenient bed partner, all of the above, I don't know.
I don't think any of those things.
No? Well, that's good to hear, but I've learned through painful experience that the surest way to get you to hate me is by loving you.
Because I never knew how to handle my feelings for you. Hating you was the easiest route to take. But something has changed now. I think maybe it was the threat of not having you around at all anymore that did it for me. Cleared up the confusion. Because all I know is that I had visions of you dying alone somewhere, and I made a choice. That in this crazy world, in this short life, I choose you.
Roger made 2 very big mistakes in his scheme to try and get Billy framed for shooting him. First of all, that cufflink that Detective Levy just showed us, he said that the police found it only today in the mud outside the potting shed. Well, there's no way that cufflink was on the ground the night that Roger was shot, because I saw Billy wearing those cufflinks 1 month later on New Year's Eve.
Well, I did too. He came down the stairs, he was dressed, he had them on.
Well,
that's right.
What makes you so sure he had both of them on? I mean, I'm only saying this to play devil's advocate because I'm sure the police are going to ask the same thing, and most people don't really pay that close attention.
No, honey, I did that night. You remember, I came here to get Billy, and before everybody else showed up, I was really concerned about the way that he looked, so... well, no, what I'm saying is that I specifically saw Billy wearing those cufflinks, and I will swear to it. And now we have Tangi's testimony to the fact that Roger was the prowler in the shed with Billy the night that they had the scuffle. So Roger must have broken into the house, stolen the gun and the cufflinks before he went into the shed.
But why didn't he just leave the gun where it was for the police to find it?
Because it's more incriminating if it's found in the golf bag.
Exactly. Also, Roger needed to take the gun, load it, and shoot it at least once so that the forensics test would show that the gun was recently fired. You see, Roger had to make his case against Billy look so bad because he had one critical piece of evidence that he could not use. And that's where Holly accidentally threw a monkey wrench into his plans. She saved the bullet that he wanted to have disappear, and she gave it over to the police. You see, so now all we gotta do is take the gun down there first thing in the morning, give our statements, sit back, relax, wait for the lab to show that the gun and the bullet don't match.
You're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is
I really
great.
think you're right.
Yeah, I feel so relieved. Thank you, honey. Oh.
I really think that we might want to wait a little longer.
What? Wait, for what?
Well, I'm just saying that Roger pays attention to detail. Maybe there's more to these mistakes than meets the eye.
You know, Tangi, normally I would agree with you, but in this case, I don't think it really matters what Roger has up his sleeve. You see, the police, once they find out that that bullet could not have come from Billy's gun, that's irrefutable evidence.
Well, are we all in agreement here? I mean, that's what I want, for us all to agree, and I agree with you, Nick. What about you, Josh?
I think we should move as fast as we can to get the charges dropped against Billy, but that's not going to begin to settle the debt that Roger owes to him, or to Tangi, or to the rest of this family. I think that's something I'm going to have to collect on my own.
Josh, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Fletcher, come on, don't back out on me now. Look, I really do want to go with you. No, really, more than anything.
Yeah, then why aren't you?
I am. I will.
Oh, yeah,
I promise.
sure. As soon as you exact your revenge on Jenna Bradshaw and Buzz Cooper.
Oh, come on, Fletcher. You really think I'm that outrageous just because I want to slap the wrist of this creature who stole my birthright and almost got away with it? Now I find her sneaking around my house trying to rob me. You know, anyone who ever wants anything in this town finally comes to me, and most of the times, they get what they ask for. Whether it's a stadium or a dialysis machine or venture capital for a new business. You know why? Because I really do want to use the Spaulding fortune to do more good than my father and my brother ever did. Fortunately, more times than not, I find that the money for that machine or the stadium ends up in some corrupt official's back pocket. Or the business venture was supposed to be for one purpose is really for another. I really wanted to be that man's guardian angel. I loaned Buzz Cooper a generous sum of money, but he obviously lied to me from the moment he walked in here. He really wanted to borrow the money for his mistress, who happens to be Jenna Bradshaw. You know, it sounds real easy to say, turn the other cheek and just walk away. But damn it, Fletcher, I'm human too. I can be hurt, and I feel used, abused, cheated, and by someone who I really did want to befriend. And that hurts.
She actually tore up the check?
I didn't have a choice. I had to give it back to her, otherwise she was going to send the police after you. And I have to get the Excalibur to her in 12 minutes. So please, give me the keys, otherwise she's going to have me arrested.
I don't believe, after I told you not to, that you actually snuck into that house for those stupid Pope chairs.
Well, it was my decision to make, and those stupid Pope chairs are worth a lot more than that measly $50,000 that she loaned you. She didn't even give it to you outright, and she owes you everything she has. And those chairs, they're mine. They belong to me.
That is debatable, but the car isn't yours, so why'd you have to put that on the block?
Are you saying that that precious car means more to you than I do?
No. I'm saying that there are things more important to me than either one of us.
Well, that's not what it sounded like the other night. You went on and on and on about how I was the fulfillment of your dreams and that I was the answer to every one of your prayers. Funny how words change in the light of day.
I meant every word of it. The man that said those things, he had slaved, he had sweated, he had swallowed a lot of guff for the entire year for his right to be here and for his name to mean something in this town other than a synonym for shady, con man, child deserter, you know?
I don't want to be a blot on your newfound reputation as an upstanding citizen. I really don't. But I'm going to be a major embarrassment if I end up in jail. Would you please give me the bloody keys to the car?
You don't want to understand me, do you?
No, I do understand. See, the only word that I happen to understand right now is keys. I understand keys very, very well. Give me the keys to the car.
Shut up. Stay here. Don't move.
All right, what do we have here? It's some hair clippers here. Yeah.
I think they're trying to give you a hint.
So Elaine can trim your hair when you start looking like a rock star.
What's he saying?
I think he's trying.
That's right. I don't mind the truth from my friends, but I may not talk to you again. But that's
What's the matter?
Oh.
Hey,
Dad, you leaving?
yeah, something came up. Hey, glad I got to spend this birthday with you.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for being here.
So long. Oh, sorry. So long, everybody. Okay.
Take care, Buzz. Bye, Buzz.
Is Jenna still out there?
Don't worry about it, Frankie. I'm sure if there's anything wrong, Buzz will take care of it.
Who's this from, huh?
This one is from Marina and me.
Really? Let's see
Yeah.
what this is. Nice paper.
Ooh. It's the vinyl siding, honey, that you wanted. Well, I know. I just wanted to give you a little piece to open up, but Monday morning, Mr. Tarek and his sons are going to come and redo the entire house, and they're going to paint the porch and do the roof too. Oh, Marina, it's okay. What's the matter, honey? Is it the wrong color?
No. Actually, the color's great. It's probably the exact color I would have picked out if I could afford it, but that won't be for another couple of years, so I can definitely understand why you got it now. Excuse me.
Stop excusing Marina for me. Here's your bottle. She's a little fussy. She's just... Frank?
Well, the men's room.
Nadine said he got home.
Oh.
See, I was thinking, since you turned me on to golf cart speed racing, I thought that I might be able to return the favor. What do you think of trying something new?
Bowling? I bowled before, Lucy.
Oh, yeah? When exactly was this time?
Probably took me once.
Once?
Yeah, but I did so poorly that she got disgusted and never wanted to bowl with me again.
That's great. I'm sorry. I've just always wanted to find something that you're lousy at, and I'm not.
Bowling, huh?
Yes, sirree. My dad and I, every time we got to a new town, first thing we would do is find a bowling alley, and then it would be home. Bowling is in our blood. Just like bad luck and black olives.
Well, I hope that's not true.
What? Got something against black olives?
No, I was talking about the luck.
Well, seems like I might be changing a little bit. But anyway, right now, I want you to get yourself a pair of shoes and a bowling ball, which your fingers don't get stuck in, and be prepared to be so publicly humiliated.
I'm the same man you walked away from last summer, you know.
That may be. But I can tell you I'm not the same woman.
Ooh, let me see.
I don't know if you're asking without asking if I'm going to be with you and then be with Ed and go through all that again. I can tell you no. I don't know whether you realize it or not, but I've made a public spectacle of myself over you. I may still be let off in handcuffs. And everybody whose opinion of me used to matter the most think I have lost my mind. And I couldn't convince them otherwise if I wanted to, which I don't. Because I realized something about Alexandra and Jilly and all those people, that they need to hate you. It's like they use their hatred of you to keep them from facing their own failures. I mean, you didn't mess up Jilly's marriage, and you didn't make Alexandra behave the way she did, and you certainly didn't keep me from being happy with Ed or anybody else. But if I blame you, I don't have to look too deeply into myself. You know, Jenna had it so right at that awful engagement party that she threw for you when she said that you were larger than life and that we all envied and feared and hated you for it. Well, I don't want to be afraid anymore. I don't want to be afraid of living anymore. So whatever happens from here on, there's no going back.
Holly, how can you amaze me after all these years?
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
You've lost your mind.
I think you lost your mind. Letting this pig put his hands on you. You blew it. You hear me, Roger? You blew it. Your little plot to frame my brother went up in flames tonight. In fact, it turns out he's just saving the bunk in that cell for you, keeping it warm for you.
Maybe for you. You're trespassing. This is aggravated assault.
You think you're so smart. Planning that cuff link. Planning that gun.
Don't.
Tell me what he needs to know. Why don't you tell us a few things, okay, Roger? Holly, you might be interested in this. Why don't you explain to us how you justify holding a 15-year-old girl hostage for 2 years? Dressing her up, making her call you daddy, standing out in front of her bedroom door every night, terrifying her to the point that she runs from you for the rest of her life.
You're the real Christina's mother, aren't you?
What? This is what you told him? This is what you recollect of our years together?
What do you mean, the real Christina?
Well, he gave me the name Christina when he bought me from my parents in Germany.
Bought you?
Like a painting for his house.
You still want this man to put his hands on you, Holly?
What are they talking about?
I'll explain later.
Oh, yeah, let him explain. Let him lie to you. You know, it'd be nice if it were this easy with little Peter, wouldn't it? Maybe you could just buy him and have the whole thing be done. I think Tangi's right, Roger. I think I shouldn't tell you everything right now. I think I'll hold off on a few things for a while, but this one thing, okay? You may have thought that you got rid of all your problems by framing my brother, but you didn't. You bought a whole new set of them with me, and I'm not like him. I don't ball up my fists and come out swinging. When I come after you, you won't even see it coming.
No, I didn't tell you the whole truth about what I wanted the money for. I did you a favor, and I thought you wanted to do the same. You gave me the car. It was incredible. I was thrilled. But this was a different thing. This was a loan to start a business. Not a handout, Miss Spaulding. It's a loan. I came to you because I knew a bank wouldn't be impressed with my credit rating, and I didn't think you needed to know all the details.
Because you knew I'd turn you down flat.
You bet. I wanted the loan. I thought you wanted to give it to me, and I knew that any mention of Jenna's name would be a slap in the face to you. So, anyway, I don't think the fact that she's in my life has anything to do with anyone else but us.
You don't think the fact that you lent her your van to come over here and rob me is any of my business either?
Well, I could make a case for her owning the chairs, but I'm not here to do that. It was an unforgivable invasion, and any obligation you felt towards me is hereby released. The keys to the Excalibur. Thank you for its use. It is a glorious machine.
You know, I was led to believe you didn't own it anymore, that you had gifted it to your lady love. Otherwise, I might not be asking for it back.
We both thank you for the use of it. You have my apologies. I never intended to repay your generosity this way. We've taken up enough of your time, so...
Alexander Buzz didn't know that I borrowed the van or that I was coming here tonight. No, and he would have told me not to. And he never gave me the car either for my birthday. He loves it too much. I knew he would love it when I brought it back from Montana to give him as a gift. Please, whatever you do with me, put me in jail. I don't care, but don't take the car away from him. Please don't. He loves the car. Please don't.
Is it possible that that female weasel is actually in love?
He's in love with Jessica.
If she can come back from the dead,
It doesn't mean that he loves her as much as he loves me.
she can certainly get her husband back.
Jessica is a good friend, and Duncan is my husband. It's simple.
Never say never to Shannon as the world turns.
Strike! Yes, I did it! Strike! That's sort of like a home run now, Michael. It looks like you got a lot of catching up to do. I hope you were watching my form.
Never took my eyes off of it.
Well, that's great, because it's your turn. Come on. Your ball.
Okay.
Get up. Go ahead. And remember that the object of the game is to hit pins.
All right.
In this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So at your point, you have to let me touch it, okay?
Sure, got it.
Don't forget to drop the ball this time. Another gutter ball.
Hey, come on now. I think the gutter ball is highly underrated as an art form. My mission is to give it that recognition I think that it deserves.
Now, you're not even trying.
See, come on, look at that bounce.
Oh, it was great. You know, I think your problem is that you're just afraid to lose to me fair and square.
Oh, no. Well, I do have this sort of inbred aversion to doing things that I can't win or that are not as good as everybody else at.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe it's time that you get over this little aversion of yours unless you want to spend the rest of your life doing the same old things. Listen to me.
Well...
And never learn anything new?
Oh, but see, the thing is that I've not found anything that I'm not really good at, you know? Kind of like dancing.
He's not usually like this. It's so funny. Whew. I thought I was going to lose you. How much further is it back to the firehouse? I don't really know the way. I was just wondering.
It's 2 blocks.
Oh, good, because I just about have that left in me.
But I'm gonna need the keys to get in.
You gave them to Alexander.
No, the keys to the van, the diner, the firehouse. You lifted them, you know.
I gave them back to you at Frank's.
Oh, great. Great. I'm gonna have to go back and get them. You'll be all right.
Oh, sure, don't worry about me. I'll probably freeze to death, and I'll probably get raped or mugged or murdered, but don't worry about me.
Okay, all right, you're right. I'll jimmy the window. No, why don't you jimmy the window? You're a pro.
I seem to remember you sneaking in and out of the Spaulding mansion quite a few times. Why don't you do it? It's really too cold out here to argue, okay?
I'd like to bring you home in a nice warm car, but you know, I just gave one away, and the other one I turned into a bathroom gizmo.
What do you want from me? I didn't do this totally for selfish reasons. I did it for you, too, and then I told her the whole truth. Doesn't that count for anything?
Yes, it counts for something. I just wish you could change your PM to AMs, you know? I wish I could find the truth at like 11 hours earlier. That'd be nice. That'd be a help.
It's old habit. Every time I feel like I'm out on a limb, they just come rushing back in. I feel like a colossal fool, okay, for the whole last year. I walked around with my nose in the air, looked out through silk windows of my mansion. Normally saw you down in the garden, setting off fireworks, or trying to fend off ferocious dogs. And I used to think he's really terribly adorable. But is he good enough for me? The new grand me. Everybody knows, of course, that it's really the other way around. I'm not good enough for you.
Don't be sad, Petula. Not many people are.
Frankie, will you just talk to me, please?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say that you forgive me and you understand and you know that I love you.
Look, sweetheart, I just feel like a real ungrateful jerk for not jumping up and down and being all happy about your present.
You don't have to jump up and down. I just want you not to be mad at me.
Well, you know, you say that you want me to understand you, but you don't understand me.
Well, why don't you just talk to me and I'll try.
You know how you say that you look forward to getting things? And you like to save up for them? Then you like to get them because of your own hard work? What makes you think you're the only one that feels that way? You know, I try not to interfere with your projects. I try not to tell you how to run your catering business. Yes, I wanted to get the siding, but I never once said I wanted to hire somebody to do it. Heck, I talked about doing that siding myself, didn't I? Isn't that the truth?
Yes, but I thought that you wanted to do it yourself because you wanted to save money.
No, baby, it's because I really enjoy doing the work.
I know, Frankie, but look, you want to add an extra room to the house. You want to fix up the diner. I mean, these are a lot of things. You can't do them all by yourself, so forgive me if I did not know that the siding was sacred to you.
Look, you can get sarcastic if you want. But if you don't hear what I'm saying right now, we're gonna end up being in real big trouble. I know I said I'd like to have a new room or maybe a new counter at the diner, but you know, the whole issue with the siding was a totally different story. You know it was. It wasn't something I wanted to have done for me. It's something that I wanted to do. Do you know how you say that you don't do that extra work just for the money? You do it for the pleasure of it? Well, this was my thing, sweetheart. I mean, come on, this wasn't yours. And up until now, you've had no interest in this whatsoever, and every single time that I brought it up, you said, oh, yeah, Frankie, well, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. And as a matter of fact, you also got mad at me for saying one time that this place looked run down.
I got mad at you, Frankie, because you were insulting our home. All right, and then I opened my eyes, I looked around, and I said, yes, this place is run down.
Oh, and suddenly you're so quick to run off and spend thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money to fix it up?
Frank, what are you really trying to tell me here?
I guess what I'm trying to say is that maybe this place doesn't fit in with your image anymore. And I don't know how much longer I will.
What
are you doing to me?
This is so magnificent.
Oh, come on. I don't know if this is...
Oh,
what is this?
just in time.
Hey, hi.
Oh, we have great news. What a coincidence. So do we. We are taking off on a spur-of-the-moment trip. So you two and Alan, Michael, and Bess are going to have the run of the house.
Oh, well, that sounds really nice. Now, where are you going?
We don't know. So will you do me a very big favor, please, especially since you're defecting to TV land? Well, will you please phone Holly and let her know that by default she's going to be boss for a while anyway, because I could call Holly myself, but then Holly would holler at me, and I'm much happier when Holly's hollering at you.
Yeah, I'm sure that I'm more happy when she's hollering at me. That's okay. Look, don't worry about it. You guys go have a good time. I'll hold down the forts here.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you, darling. Bye, Mindy.
Bye.
Ciao,
Oh, I'm
babies.
sorry. I'm sorry. What was your good news? I hope it's about your father.
Yes, it is, actually.
Yeah, well, it's Vanessa got that big shot lawyer from the state capitol that Ross recommended.
That's wonderful. That's
Good.
wonderful. I want you to keep me informed with that. And we'll call you with a phone number as soon as we light somewhere.
Okay, sounds
Or
good.
maybe we won't call.
Come on,
Or-
All right, I'm coming.
What was that all about?
I don't want Alexandra worrying the whole time that she's away.
Why would she be worried if my father's in the clear?
I meant worrying about who Roger was going to accuse next.
I was with the agency then. So during the period, I was presumed dead by everyone except the people I was working with. I was living outside Geneva under the name of Adam Knight, an American businessman who was very busy making himself rich on the international money exchange. But actually, I was working on a number of cases I'm still not free to talk about. Tangi's father, Norbert Hill, was an Army weapons technician, sort of a high-tech janitor, really. And the minute that dossier crossed my desk, I knew what I was dealing with. See, the sad, unglamorous truth about espionage work is that it frequently involves some poor, low-level sap like Norbert, who is selling secrets he doesn't begin to comprehend to some other poor, low-level sap who doesn't begin to know what to do with them. This is during the bad old days of the Soviet Union, KGB and whatnot. And Norbert got into the spying business very slowly when he was in California. But it wasn't until he asked for and got a transfer to Germany that he started making enough money to come to my attention. I mean, he was selling anything he could get his hands on, repair manuals that were just gibberish to him, cleaning instructions, I mean, you name it. It was my job to investigate him and gather the final evidence that would put an end to this lucrative little spying enterprise of his. And in order to do that, I had myself presented to him in the usual way as an operative for a third country, requesting that he provide us with all the classified U.S. government data he could get his hands on, and he was more than happy to comply. The real problem I had was with the daughter. She was maybe not even 15 then, and an incredibly beautiful woman, as you can imagine. And so quiet. I mean, I don't remember her saying a word, practically, but she made up for it. I mean, she was watching all the time. She was so attentive, observing constantly, listening. And that quality is very dangerous in the child of a spy, because, you see, I knew that as soon as the Hills were arrested, their accomplices would want her eliminated. I mean, she posed a threat to them. I mean, at the very least, she could identify them. And they wouldn't stop to bother finding out how much they found, you know, that she knew. They would just have her killed. Now, it's agency policy in these cases where the dependent is in danger to debrief the individual and give them a new identity. In the case of a minor, you place them with foster care, usually with the family of an agent. All right, dissolve. I paid a courtesy visit to Norbert and Aileen in advance of the MPs coming, to let them know they were about to be arrested and to ask them if they had any specific instructions about Tangi, what they wanted done with her. And her father said something to me then that still sends chills up me every time I think about it. He asked me if I wanted to take her. He said he saw the way I looked at her and wanted to swap her for their freedom. See, I'm not surprised that she thought she was bought. She found 15,000 marks in this letter that her mother left her. It had nothing to do with me, maybe indirectly. I mean, just because it was some of Norbert's ill-gotten gains that hadn't been confiscated before they were taken away. Anyway, I set about the task of placing her. But something about her touched me. Had always touched me, really. For one thing, I realized very quickly that she hadn't any idea. For all her watchful observing, she had no idea what her father was up to, what had happened to them. You know, she was just completely bewildered and thoroughly terrified, and that aroused all my paternal, dormant feelings, you know. And that's all, I swear to you. I mean, for God's sakes, Holly, I mean, as I said, she was not even 15 years old. She was not much older than Chrissy. I mean, I was so frozen with loneliness. I was living this pretend life, and I guess the idea started dawning on me that we could perhaps give to each other something that we so sorely lacked, and that was a family. So I gave her her identity myself, and I became her foster father.
You named her Christina?
Wait a minute, I wasn't looking to replace Chrissy. You understand? I mean, I was just trying to fill the void, you know? Just living without her, never getting to see her. As you may have noticed, Tangi didn't accept the role. See, I could never be honest with her. I could never tell her what happened to her parents. And there was this barrier of dishonesty always between us. And so I became the lightning rod for all her feelings of grief and abandonment. And she hated me thoroughly. And she finally hated me so much that she ran away as soon as she could figure out a way when she was 17. She still hates me, obviously. I wish I could tell her what she didn't know then, but I can't.
Why not?
Well, because a lot of the faces she saw coming and going, working for me in Geneva, are still with the agency. I can't compromise their cover to stop somebody from hating me.
Is that the whole story?
Close enough.
Well, maybe we should call it a night. I'll make up Blake's bed for you. I'm not throwing you out or bailing out on you. It's just that the story is so big, and it's just taking up all of my space. I need to be alone. You understand?
I'm not crazy about it, but Holly, I sure can understand it.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
It's gonna be hard for you tomorrow, isn't it? Making a statement to the police about Roger Thorpe.
Well, it's something that I've been wanting to do for 12 years, but I am still afraid of him.
What do you think he could do to you?
I don't know. I think that when you know that somebody wants you dead, you tend to want to remove that threat. And he knows that I wish you were dead. Are you disappointed in me for talking like that?
I'm just amazed. You know, you come all this way and you find a man that you despise and fear, and yet you're still willing to stick around here for me.
My feelings for you are the most important.
You are so unfair, Frank. What is this image I'm supposed to have, huh? Do you know what my image is? My image is to be Mrs. Cooper, Mrs. Frank Cooper, to take care of my daughter, Marina, to be a part of this family. It was a birthday present, Frank. Look, I'm sorry. I will go to Mr. Thorpe tomorrow. I will get back the deposit. I'll give you the cash. You can buy whatever you want for your birthday. Is that better? Nothing I ever do is right.
Look, I don't want to be responsible for taking that job away from that man, okay? He's got a family. He was counting on doing that work now. Look, I've said everything I've wanted to say to you, okay? And I'm sure once that work is done, I'm sure it'll look great.
No. No, I will not touch that siding unless somebody pays, not even if somebody pays me $1 million. Oh, Frank, I'm so angry at myself. I should have never had that stupid surprise party in the first place. I mean, you almost missed your own party, huh? We should have just gone out, the two of us together. Now you have this memory of a terrible birthday.
Look, no, I don't. That's not true. I had a lot of fun bowling. Julie took me out. She tried to cheer me up. For the life of me, I couldn't understand why you weren't a part of it.
I'm sorry I wasn't.
So am I.
Oh, what's this? Well, Marina's asleep.
Good.
You going to bed?
Oh, no, I think I'm gonna stay up for a while. It looks like Buzz left his keys out here, and I don't want to have him wake up the whole house when he comes back to get them.
Oh, I don't know if he's coming home tonight, Nadine. Nobody really wanted to say anything, but Jenna was outside for a long time, and finally he just got up and left with her. I just thought you should know. Well, good night. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Well, it's no use crying over spilt checks or cars.
I know how much that Excalibur meant to you.
It did. I just needed 15 minutes to be furious about it, but I don't have any more time to spare for mourning for inanimate objects.
I wish I could be more like you.
Oh, honey, come on. It takes more than 15 minutes to get over losing on the scale that you just did.
I'm thinking, the way you are with Alexandra. You're so self-contained, so strong. Even when you were apologizing, I lost it with her.
I've had more practice eating crow. I've had a lot more crows to eat. But I'm thinking that you're going to catch up pretty soon.
I
I love the way you make me feel 14 years old, but we're not 14 years old. We can't act like kids anymore. We can't break into people's houses and take their vans and take their furniture.
Well, why not?
And assume that nothing is going to happen because we are connected to people and the fallout is going to affect them. Everything we do, honey.
You mean you're the one who's connected? I'm not connected to anybody.
Oh, connected. You have me. We're connected. Starting over is a difficult thing. We tend to cling to the old ways. But if there's one thing I know, it's how to start from scratch. I just had a year of extensive training on that subject in the field.
Will you show me how to do it?
Just waiting for you to ask.
This has been Guiding Light. Jewelry provided by Irwin Pearl.